Housing Scheme, the NDC locality in a whole, and our neighboring NDCs. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome our President to this occasion. The President is on a series of public meetings, and he is greeted us this afternoon with his presence. So with that, I would like us to all stand and give him a loud of applause, please. Thank you. As you know, our President is a young and vibrant individual. He is a man of the people. He is being on the ground going from day one. Even before he took the office, he was running the country from border to border, end to end, east to west, north to south, how you want to call it, county to county, administrative regions, delivering what the PPP party could do. And today, he is our President, and he is not taken back by any way. He is going at full force, and he's meeting out to you. And this afternoon, this is one of a series of meetings meeting out to you, and to have this personal, this direct one-to-one interaction with you. So please be free, listen, and interact with the President. And with that, I'd like to thank the President for being here this afternoon. Thank you.
Well, so we have a very special young lady who is sitting on the head table. And if you notice, that's the only female up here. So she is very, very special. I would like to call on Ms. Tandai Mallalisto, who will be sharing with you a few words. Put your hands together for Ms. Mallalisto.
Thank you, Sessional Chair, His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, and all the colleagues at the head table. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. You all sound vibrant and nice. I love it. This is Region 3, isn't it? Yes. Good afternoon, Region 3. I love it. Region 3 is home to me, as it is home to all of us, well, most of us here. And I will share a few things with you. The Sessional Chair did talk about his observation of works ongoing and development in progress since our President took that oath of office in August 2020. And I know, like myself, many of you, not only have you seen the development, but you have benefited from that development. And the benefits will continue because the development is a continuous process. What our President has embarked on is a developmental undertaking with people at its core. At the beginning of the week, I said he is a president by the people, of the people, and for the people. And so his development agenda is one that is informed by the people. He is not only here because it's an election year and he wants your vote to return to office. Of course, that is key. It is critical if the development we experience now is to continue. But he has been here with you every day, every month, and every year from the moment he took office. We do not have to sing "So Long I Ain't See You" because he is ever present. And he is ever informing us of his development plans. So not only do we inform those plans, we are informed of the plans. And that is a man with whom I will trust with my vote. If you are loyal to this country, these 83,000 square miles that belong to us, then you will do as I will do and trust him with not only your vote, but with the future of this country. We have seen since the beginning of his term improved infrastructure in this region. As I was driving through, coming down the road not so long ago, a friend of my friend and sister Christine said, this is new road. Yes, because she recalls the last time we were here, that impeccable standard you see was not there. And you know it better than I do, because you live here, most of you. We have seen an expansion in our road network in this region like never before. And many of us who thought that it was impossible, this man, with his vision and his team working tirelessly, showed us that it is possible. I will not tell you more about the works that have been accomplished. The Honorable Deodat Indar is here for that, and His Excellency himself will tell you more about what future development we will see. We've all heard and we have experienced all of the announcements relative to the improvement of delivery of education. In fact, we have experienced that. The Honorable Priya Manik-Chan spoke at length at all of our meetings. And those of us who follow the ministry's program, and those of us who have children at school, or we are teachers at school, we know how much education quality has developed. We know how much the delivery of education has improved. And something will be wrong with us if we put a stop to that. This is no time for stopping. This is the time for Guyana to reclaim her place on the global stage. This is a good time for us to be alive. A good time for us to celebrate being Guyanese. And a good time for us to join together to build this cooperative republic. I thank you.
Give it up for Ms. McTing today. You know, they call us all sorts of things. They call us house slaves and all sorts of fancy rhetorics. But I want you guys to know, and even those out there, we are not house slaves. We are one big PPP family. And raise the cup and let them see it. We are one big PPP family. At this time, we have joining us on the head table another female, Dr. Erica Fort. She's our regional health officer, if you didn't know. She is going to come and give you some more food. Okay? So as I said, there's plenty food. So, Dr. Fort, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Now, thank you for that, Mr. Garnett. As he would have mentioned, I am the regional health officer. So I come to you bearing news of primarily health, because there's so much that there is to speak on. I will only focus on health this afternoon, as I don't want to take up too much of the president's time. But since taking government to now, this party, this government has focused so much on holistic health care. Now, I'm sure most of you would have been to a lot of the other president's meetings, correct? Where we would have heard him speak so eloquently on everything that has been done. And he has reminded us that we did a lot of this working through COVID. And no one else felt it more than us, the healthcare workers, that had to come out every day while we strive to ensure that everybody did their social distancing and stayed home. Health staff didn't have that luxury. And it is this government that ensured that every single healthcare worker, as best as possible, was working under environments that we could have best handled at the point in time. Now, what does that mean for you? That meant that even though you were to stay home, if you had COVID, you were isolated at home, you still had persons, even if it was just to call and check on you to ensure that everything was okay. Those of you who had COVID, then remember the multiple phone calls you received to find out if you were checking your temperature, if you were okay. We have to remember, so many of us don't have someone checking on us daily. And this government ensured that you were checked on daily. That's a government that shows you that they care about you, that they were looking out and looking after you as best as they possibly could. Now, we didn't just stop there as a healthcare system. We ensured that we went to the drawing board to see where we stand. I won't stand here and pretend as though healthcare is perfect. It is far from perfect, but we continue to strive to bring you world-class healthcare services. And that is a mandate that this government and this party will bring to you. Now, how, you might ask? First, we started with the government of Guyana healthcare voucher system. This government has been bringing money back to you, the residents of Region 3 and the country at large, through this healthcare voucher system. Now, there's the eye care voucher. That's $2,000 you get for screening. Those are persons under 18 and over 65. Now dropped to over 50. That is $2,000 you get back to go and screen. Now, we didn't just stop there. If you're screened and you're found in need of spectacles, you get a $15,000 voucher. That's money back in your hands that you don't have to find. Now, apart from that, we all know cancer is one of the leading causes in this country and the world at large of death. So the government thought it very important to bring to you screening. We also had the HPV voucher for $8,000. That's money back in your hands. It isn't just money back in your hands, however. It is empowering you to take your health into your hands. You with me? Right. Now, apart from the HPV voucher, this year we started something else. It's a $10,000 lab testing voucher. That's another $10,000 back in your hands. It's more control for you as the patient and as the citizen to check up on your health and to ensure that you are taking control of your health. That's something the government is doing for you. That is something this party is pushing for you. Now, we didn't just stop there and say, oh, we can just give you a bunch of vouchers so that you can ensure that you're screening, right? All of you collected your vouchers, correct? And those of you who haven't, the vouchers are being shared right here. That's us bringing the vouchers to you. Now, apart from that, we've also, in the government, ensured that infrastructure is up to a standard. Right here at your Versailles Health Center, we would have seen an extension to the health center. We would have also seen they added a shed. We redid the bridge. We're ensuring that the centers are up to a standard that you are comfortable coming to the center. We didn't just do that for Versailles, however. The government invested in 2023 $2 billion in ensuring, you hear me right? $2 billion in ensuring that healthcare facilities across the country are brought up to a better standard for us, the users. Now, that continued into 2024, where further works were done. Now, it isn't just that. The government didn't decide, oh, we can just nice up a couple facilities and we good to go. In Region 3, a brand new hospital, regional hospital, that has a CT scan machine, so you no longer have to go over the bridge to get these things done, will be opening this year. That's ensuring that you get the quality of service that you deserve. because I'm sure we are all tired, I know I am, of the old building that is West Dem Hospital, right? Y'all ain't fed up with West Dem Hospital? The building old, am I right? Guess what? This man over here thought so too. So you know what he did? He went ahead and ensured that we're building a brand new West Dem Hospital as well. Brand new. We're not fixing it up. We're not painting it over. We're rebuilding the West Dem Hospital from the ground up. No, we're not selling the hospital. I know a lot of you thought we were. But no, we are rebuilding that hospital. So in 3 years, of course, we got to give them a chance to build it, right? So in 3 years, you will also have a brand new West Dem Regional Hospital. So don't worry, young, I'll go till to the Kendron. West Dem is also going to have its own CT machine, its own operating room, its own lab services, its own ultrasound, its own services for you, the people, to enjoy. That's the vision of this government, to ensure that every single citizen in this country has free and equitable. What does that mean? Everybody gets in the same level of health care. Because we don't want to go to GPHC, right? We don't want to hear we're not from there. We want to know that we're getting our own building, our own hospital right here in this region. You with me? Yes. Right. Now, the biggest part of all, we get nice buildings, right? But who's going to work in the buildings? They didn't stop there and just build a building and say, okay, here you go, figure it out. The government has embarked on a very active role in ensuring that we got enough staff in these buildings. Just recently, Region 3 has graduated or will graduate tomorrow over 70 nursing assistants. Over 70 people in this region are graduating tomorrow from the nursing assistant program. And we didn't stop there. We also did additional training of other persons. 34 PCAs that study right here in this region are also graduating. They already passed, graduation date pending. We're also going to be graduating pharmacy assistants that trained right here in this region. These are your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your family that are going to be working right here in this region. Lovely. That is what this government is doing. We don't think about a part. We don't look at a problem and see how we can just put a Band-Aid on it, because that's what it would have been if we were just doing some minor repairs to the hospital. We look at the problem, we tear that Band-Aid off, and we make sure that we look at every single aspect of how we can fix it. So we didn't just fix buildings, we're also finding staffing. And yes, I know we don't have enough doctors yet, because we're training every category of healthcare staff. And you can do that training too. Once you have your 2 subjects or 5 subjects, depending on the course you want to do, we will ensure that you can join the nursing program. And it doesn't matter if you don't have subjects. We will also ensure that you can do your SCQF or other courses to ensure that you can reach the minimal standards so you can join nursing too. So there is a place for everyone in the region right in healthcare. Right? That is ensuring that there is something for everyone in this country, in this region. You can work right here at home in your own region. So, I promised I wouldn't be long, but those are just a few things right off the top of my head. Imagine in this 5 years that this president is going to push 10 years of working, where we will be in this country. I thank you.
Yes, give it up, Dr. Erica Ford. Let's give it up for what the government has done. And give it up for Dr. Erica Ford, who is very, very, very dedicated. I will bring to you a young man whose office is always open. This is the only regional chairman that you can go and see 5 days of the week. Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay? The only regional chairman that does this. I would like to introduce to you our own Mr. Inshan Ayub, who will speak to you, the regional chairman of Region 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman of today's proceeding, my friend Garnet, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Honorable Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Deodat Indar, other members of the head table, my brothers and sisters, a pleasant good afternoon. I said some time ago, and I think I need to repeat it, that in 2015, when we lost the election, and darkness has fell over this country, and Region 3 was no exception, and communities died sudden death, and all hope was lost, there was only one beacon that stood out, and we had to gravitate to that beacon of hope for our survival. And that beacon of hope was the People's Progressive Party C. Brothers and sisters, you agree with me, in those testing times, our great leaders from the People's Progressive Party C did not run and leave us. They band themselves together to form a formidable force that will fight dictatorship. And with your support, we were able to overcome that in 2020. I think you need a round of applause. And as we sit here this afternoon and we reflect, we can confidently say that our trust in the People's Progressive Party C, under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, is a rewarding one. Let us just reflect on this community. I just want to reflect on this community. And I can recall vividly, and you experience it, will see it more clearly than me, that when we just came into government and we visit this area, we walk in floodwaters. We were afraid to walk in some of the street because the water from the drains were evident on the street 4 or 5 inches deep. The Excellency walk here, the ministers walk here, and they took an oath that this here have to rectify itself. And today, as we sit, we can see drains, concrete drains are being established in this community. But I want to caution you, any caring government is like a caring father. They want to give their children everything, but they cannot give them at the same time, so they prioritize, just like a caring government. They want to bring all the necessary things to you that will enhance a better way of life, but they have to do it with priorities. You know, I sit today and I was talking to my colleagues. I said the amount of roads that has been done under the People's Progressive Party C and the amount that is slated to done, I said that when we came into government, we didn't inherit one good road. Not one good road. Because if you check the hundreds of roads that have been done and how much is slated to be done, none good road that we inherited. And this community is no exception of those deplorable roads. Today, as we traverse here and come in, it is so relaxing. It is so reflecting that indeed we have a government who is delivering for us. And these development touch every single lives that in this community. Because if you're a baby, it enhances you to go for your clinic and whatsoever in a smooth way. If it's a pensioner, good road enhances you to go to and fro so that you can transact your business. If it's a school child, it impacts on you positively. And that is under this government, in this community. We are actually getting stable electricity now in this community and across this region. And that electricity again impacts on every human being that lives in this community. Better light for the mothers wake up in the night and make tea or porridge or whatever they have to give to the baby. Better condition for your children to study. Better condition for you that you can work late. You can do so many things late because we have stable electricities in this community. My brothers and sisters, water. One of the most important things in our lives is water. And there's a great improvement in the water system in this community. We cannot deny these facts. All these things are happening because we have a government who knows how and what to prioritize. This government prioritizes the most essential thing that will impact positively on the lives of our people. And in 4.5 years' time, this government were able to deliver all the things that I mentioned to you. Recreation facilities have been enhanced. APNU could not have given you one good road, much less drainage, roads, and water. I'm saying this to you this afternoon because of your contribution, of your confidence in the People's Progressive Party see at the poll in 2020. These things are now a reality. Therefore, we owe ourselves and our children continuous growth in this country. We have to work for prosperity. We have to make the determination who can take us to prosperity, who can improve our lives, who can continue to improve the roads and drainage. And we know we have better electricity coming when the power plant at Wales come on board. We are in for an exciting time. Do not dash the hope of excitement by causing your minds to deviate from reality. The truth is, the fact is, the reality is that we can only see continuous growth and prosperity in this country under this leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali and the People's Progressive Party. I have the confidence in you, and you have the confidence in the government. So together, we are going to put back His Excellency again as President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. And we are not doing that based on emotion. We are not doing that based on sentiment. We are doing that based on his track record that he has delivered to the people of this country. And we know he has the ability to deliver much more as the country starts to grow financially strong. We can look forward for a very exciting time, and we are looking forward for a very exciting time once again under his presidency. Thank you very much.
We must not lose not one day of our life. We must continue to live happily and prosperously. I stand now to introduce our Minister, Deodat Indar, and he has a lot to offer to you this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. Now, I intend to be very brief this afternoon because, these meetings, they are the president's meetings. And, but I want to add 2 cents. Now, this community, when we first got into government, we had a man at the back that has planted some rice. The road out there that you come in, by the Chinese restaurant come in, the one at the back, so all of them, you all know it what it be. Everybody in this community came out in numbers to speak about how bad this infrastructure was. But in the same breath, we also have to be thankful when it's finished. And in the same breath, my brothers and sisters, we have to care it. Because when something goes wrong, the first thing you hear, and I just have to hear it over in 2 miles. I was over there, I came through that road to get here, to check on something down there, because a gentleman called me this morning. And he showed me the road recently built at the front here, they got a crack. When I do find out, is the big trucks them with the cement and so when they come in the community, breaking up the roads. is the large trucks, then when they come using this community, they come with plenty weight and they break them up. Now these roads are built to deal with certain level of weight. And if you put, it's like you got a little stick like this and you're trying to put a drum of oil on it, it will break. So we have to care the infrastructure too. And we must be able to, when people are doing it, you must be able to tell them, say, what you're doing is destroying an infrastructure that is benefiting the whole community. And we don't have that. What we have is a lot of people saying, oh, the road just making it block up. I mean, if they contract, listen, any contractor who do bad work is beyond the case. Because me ain't got no qualms about it. Right over there, when their man tell me how my family doing work down there. I pick up a big wood on the contract and got his skating out. So if it's my family, well, he up for some good licks. But it's not my family. I just let you know. But today, what I want to talk about is a couple of things. The other day, I was talking to somebody, and the person responded to me with a quote or with a response that drew me back a little. She said, we're talking about the country and how the country is and what is going on. And she said, something, Minister? In Guyana, we need to unite to build and not unite to destroy. And I pull back, son, I say, unite to build and not. And I say, something, I can borrow it from you. I hope you're vexed if I use it at some public speaking. But it is true. Anytime it's time to destroy things, we come out in a group. In the same train, I come out in a group. A group we come out to do, but you gotta unite to build the country like that too. And I'm happy that at 4 o'clock this afternoon, this place was full. It is because you value what is going on in the community and want to see development in your community. And the most important part of that is that you know that you're not speaking to avoid. Sometimes, when you're speaking to avoid, you don't even bother with it. What is sense make out there? What is sense make out? This is not the case. You know to your heart that you're not speaking to avoid. You know when you raise a matter, you get some kind of action associated with it. You know when you raise issues, you get resolutions to it. Reasonable in the circumstances. Now, I want to say that the president, when we were doing the manifesto, he put out the manifesto, he said, and I said this when I was at Lenora by Council Park a few meetings ago, maybe about a month ago. I said, when he said that he's going to do 50,000 house lots in 5 years, the AP and UFC people started laughing at him. When he said, when he was in opposition, he said that the backlands and Eccles can become the frontlands, the people them started laughing. When he said he would have get 50,000 jobs in the first term, the people started laughing, man. Now the proof of the pudding is always in eating. The proof of the pudding is always in eating. Go now at the back of Eccles and try buy a piece of land. Go first, you got done for sale. And if somebody you bend their arm for behind the back, you don't want to hear the price. I tell you, walk with your line McCall the same time. Walk with your line McCall because that is what you're getting. On the jobs matter, right now you can't find people to work. Just go try to find an electrician or a plumber or somebody to drive a truck. Or try go look for one, see if you go find. If you find one, you're lucky more than me. The house lots. In 4.5 years, 41,000 done give out. And watch, Colin, just right now, we have about 3,000 people park up down there since morning looking for house lot. Because you know why? They know when they come, they get in something they are not speaking to avoid. They're speaking to a place where they know they get response. Now, trust is an important thing when you're selecting a leader of your country. In selecting a leader of a country, you got plenty of them. They may want to associate themselves with whatever party they're coming from, If you ask them which party they want to be president, if you ask them which party they don't want to tell you, they try to meander around the question. Now, stack that up to President Finale. Bro, you got a house? You got a house? Who got a house here to build a house? Let's put up one hand. Auntie, you got your house, right? Mom, you got your house, right? When you was building your house, Didn't you have to do like a drawing of the house and let you see what the house look like before you start building the house? Good. Same principle apply. If you know what's the vision of the People's Progressive Party, you know where you're getting. Not the rest of them who never have nothing to tell you what you're getting. Every time you ask them, they got some plan in their back pocket. Or they never got nothing to tell you what are you getting. If I give you my vote, they don't have nothing. And whenever they do present it, it is lacking in many shape and form. So just like you building your house, you see the design of what you're getting. It's the same way the government operate. We tell you our manifesto, everything that you're getting. If we tell you you'll get cash grant, you got the cash grant. If you tell you your children's school grant will be restored and double by 5 and so, come May 12th, Ministry of Education start giving your children the grant. If we tell you old age pension, the pension gonna double, the pension double. If we tell you we're going to increase the disability grant, or we call public assistance, it happened. If we tell you we're going to give you a house lot, it happened. So we're telling you we are getting up front. We're showing you the picture of what you're getting up front. If the president tell you that you're going to get a harbor bridge when he was in opposition, look what's going on with the harbor bridge there. Look what and I remember, brothers and sisters, I remember when we went in government, he called me and said, let me go down and check the alignment where this bridge going to drop. We know up on this one side they got to drop somewhere by La Granja, but we on the other side, we're trying to find out. The president of the country jump a big drainer from this late, then by his fall in the thing too. But what I'm trying to say is this is not a president who's sitting in an office as an armchair general, aloof from people. He's here. He's there, and he's everywhere. Look who he went up in Region 6. Now, I want to tell you one last thing about leadership. There's 3 aspects of leadership. When they fail, you have mass casualty in a country, economic collapse in a country, starvation in a country, and you can check it with anywhere else. 3 things. And I want to make sure I get it right. The wording, I want to make sure I get it right. So I'll tell you. The first one, and I think I mentioned this at the Lagrange meeting. The first one is a man with untamed passion of a gifted man. If you have a man that is gifted, but he have untamed passion, he's quick to get angry, he got some kind of fetish with him, something goes wrong with him, it will go wrong with him. The second thing that a man feels as a leader is that the wanton power of a privileged man. Now, the wanton power of a privileged man, man who got power, he don't care nothing what going on around him. He know he have power and he exercising the power. Now, if you bring a clown into a palace, the palace is going to become a circus. That is the truth. And the last thing is the unteachable temperament of a man who possesses a promise. Now, I want you to stack up all 3 of those things. The unteachable temperament of a man with a promise. When you're unteachable, mean your hard days. When you're unteachable, it mean you know everything. You are sun, the earth, and the rain all in one. You believe that you're everything and you stand above everybody. So nothing that the little girl can come or this auntie or this uncle can come and teach you. You believe you know everything. No, nobody's all-knowing except God. Stack those 3 things up against our president. First, he's a man always keeping Roji fast. He go to Ali. You know this president is who. There's no shyness about it. He's a man of God. He's a man who, the minute you walk into a church, a masjid, or a mandir, the minute you step foot inside, you know that there's something greater than you. That means you're humble. That is the first thing. The second thing is that this president here listens. When he don't talk, you're going to hear he listen. I've seen it everywhere. It's a privilege to be with him all over. When he don't talk, we want to tell you to make sure you get the good news from the government. He will hear every issue that you have. That is what you do. You listen to people and you try to bring some kind of relief to them. Stack up the things I'm telling you as against what the president does and his action. And all of them, the president passed these things as a good leader, as an excellent leader. And that is what you need to put your trust in. Don't go trusting people that you know can't tell you which political party they're representing. Don't go trusting people that tell you they got a plan for you in the back pocket. Don't go trusting people who now show up, like Johnny come lately. Now show up in your community. Now show up by you and say, you know something, I can promise you this if I get in, take a vote for me. You know, as I said the other day in Parika, they're going to tell you mango going to come from cherry tree. They're going to promise you everything till they talk nonsense out of them out. Watch out for them. Anybody who is over promising you something, you know they can't deliver it. You know they're rackling you. You know what I'm about to say is tell them girl when they want to like to them, you're rackling them girl. Don't let her rackle you. Don't let her rackle you. Reject it. You have a man here who have a proven track record of delivery of everything he say. Every promise that he made, delivery of all of them. Every single, look, all your roads, your bridge, your community ground, everything is being built. All the hospitals, all of the soft services that government do through the Human Services Ministry, Education Ministry, Health Ministry, every single thing is being delivered to you. Nothing is held back. Look at all of that. But listen, this is the President's meeting. I want to thank you all for coming out on this afternoon. I see you come out in numbers. Thank you very much for listening to me and paying some attention, but God bless you all. And it's the Holy Week, so thank you. God bless you.
And now, the Excellency, a true visionary for this nation, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Thank you.
Thank you, comrades. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please have your seats. Thank you. Today, I'm here once again with a team of highly motivated individuals in service to you, the people of Guyana. Today I'm here again to exercise responsibility for the improvement of your life, for the continued advancement of your development, your community development, and for the continued building process of a prosperous future for all of you, your children, and the generation ahead of us. One of the most beautiful things in the last 9 days, I have seen more than 20,000 Guyanese in the last 9 days just alone. And the team would have dealt with more than 2,000 personal issues so far. And they have already completed more than half of those issues. That tells you about a results-oriented government. A driven team, driven with a desire to serve, driven with a desire to succeed, and driven with a desire of building a stronger and more united Guyana. And Indar and everyone can speak about all the beautiful roads, the improved drainage, the new buildings, the enhanced education and opportunities for our children. And that is there for you to see. But equally, in the last 4+ years, we have championed relentlessly the message by action in building and bringing people together under the umbrella of one Guyana. And one of the most beautiful things about the last couple of weeks that we're out is that when you come to the meetings and you look around, you cannot help but seeing all of Guyana united in development, united in prosperity, united under the umbrella of one Guyana. And for me, what is most pleasing is that they're united in their voices in support of the only national party, the People's Progressive Party Civic. And it is this unity that must take us forward to a resounding success. A success that must be so resounding that there will be no other choice but to embrace a unified future for a prosperous Guyana, because that is what we want. You know, I made this observation recently. When you have leaders who exploit volatile situations, who exploit situations that can be explosive for political gains, who can look at a problem that can cause severe fracture in the society, but they find joy in stoking that problem. They find joy in putting fuel to that problem. Then something is seriously wrong with them psychologically. Something is seriously wrong with their thinking. Because you are not injuring the government. You're injuring the image of a country. You're injuring your own community and infrastructure. And such leadership has no place in the future of our country. Responsible leadership is about responsible actions. It is about responsible behavior. It is about addressing in a responsible way the issues and challenges that we face individually, collectively, and nationally. And in that responsible leadership, I can point to you to all that we have done. But I want to remind you about something important Indar touched on. And that is, you must be sure about who you trust with your future. But there is a way in which you can test who you can trust with your future. You see, when any government is elected, when they go back to the people, they have to stand by their record. They have to defend their record. And every time the APNU, AFC, PNC, every time they're asked about their record between 2015 and 2020, I'm going to the most recent period in government. What is the answer? Don't worry about the past. Let's talk about the future. Because there is no record to defend. They misplace the trust the people placed in them. You recall that it is the PPP civic government that gave the Because We Care grant without oil. They said that they will double that grant when they come into government. Instead, with oil, they took away that grant from your children. The VAT on electricity and water, with oil, they added VAT on electricity and water. With oil, they took away the subsidy on electricity and water for the pensioners. With oil, they imposed more than 200 new taxes on the backs of the Guyanese people. With oil, they closed the sugar industry. They promised the rice farmers $9,000 per bag. In office, they said rice is private business. They promised to double the public servant salaries. They promised to create jobs. In office, they said they're not responsible for the creation of jobs. So there are enough examples in their most recent stint in government. There's enough examples there to show you that you cannot trust them because they have betrayed every single commitment and promise they made to the people. On the other hand, you have a government that has fulfilled every single commitment in the manifesto and is now delivering beyond and above the manifesto. We did not promise free toll at the bridge. We are not only giving you a new 4-lane bridge, but we are making it toll-free here in Demerara, in Berbice, and Wisma. We did not promise that. We did not promise that everyone on the disability register, the grant to people with disability, the $100,000 grant, the payment for 8 subject CXC for every single child, the transfer for fertilizer, the cervical cancer screening and treatment, the free spectacle program. These are things that are above and beyond what we promised in the manifesto, but we deliver it to you. So you don't need to go far. All you need to do is take a selfless, not a selfish, a selfless examination of their period and our period. And I'm convinced that once you do so, your conscience will tell you that the People's Progressive Party Civic deserve your support, deserve your trust. And when I was preparing for this meeting, I called up many people, because we are not here just to speak about the development. We are here importantly to address concerns. And I recall that when we just came into government, I visited. And when I was talking to local leaders and regional and national leaders, they were finding it difficult to tell me what the challenges are, because of the level of investment we have made in every single community. Roads, drainage. But there are some things that we are doing that is of priority to you also, because everybody wants to live in a secure environment. You want to live in an environment in which you can trust the drivers to do what is right when they drive on the road and not kill your family and friends. So what are some of the things we will do for a safer society? So I want to assure you that whether you are from Parfaith or Good Fortune or the surrounding areas in this NDC, that we have launched a program through which we'll be putting lights on every single street, every single pole, in every single street, and on every highway. Not only are we going to put the lights, we're going to continue putting cameras in all strategic areas for the security and safety of people. And the traffic cameras for the e-tickets, it's not to give people tickets, it's to save lives. It's to ensure people do what is right. And we're going to expand that ticketing, electronic ticketing system here on the highway in Region 3 to keep you safe, your children safe, your family safe. And let me give you an example of how important a role these investments play. On the Heroes Highway, from the first night we introduced the e-ticketing system, we had more than 275 instances of people speeding. That's on the first night. Yesterday, yesterday, and every single day since then, because of this investment, we have seen a reduction to yesterday only 98 incidents of people speeding. From 275 plus to 98 since the introduction of this system. And that is what we said when we said we want technology to aid development. So here in your communities, although you can't raise these challenges, I am telling you that a safe community, safe country project will be expanded even more within this NDC, and you will have your street lights within the NDC. And because this NDC has such an expansive area, a very big area that you have to cover, with perfect harmony. Right, Chairman? We are going to, through the NDIA, place a mini excavator in your communities full time to maintain the drainage within the NDC. And I know that in 2021, we were able to extend treated water to this community. Am I not right? Yes, sir. But the pressure in. You see, we don't hide from challenges. We face challenges. We confront challenges. Because we are here to fix things. So this is not a president who can duck and run. This is a president who will jab his way to the knockout. And we have understood this problem. But there is an issue. The well that supply all of these communities is aging. And all of us, when we age, we slow down. Unless you age like me, backwards. So what are we going to do about this? Or what are we doing about this? We launch a new project. We have a contractor in place, right, Sheikh? And we are now in the process of drilling a new, is it ultra deep? A new ultra deep well to increase the production so that by year end, this problem will be fixed for your communities and other communities. And I know also that we have a problem at the airline Coca. The contractor was not performing. We have terminated the contract. He didn't bail out, we terminate him. We have terminated that contract. And before the end of this week, I'm told, a new contractor will be in place to commence work to have that project completed. The pump, the steel piling, the materials are all in the country. Right, Lionel? Huh? They're all in the country. So we have to get a contract in place to finish the infrastructure work to have this done. And that too we are addressing. Then I know that Cuthbert Street, am I right? Cuthbert Street is one that you want done, right? Yes or no? Me know you not do. That's why I say you want it to do. You make I remember that I just do it. So Cuthbert Street that you want done is in the program and it's awarded. It's tendered at the moment. So if you look in the newspaper, you will see that the tender is out for Cuthbert Street. The same thing with Crystal Spring Road. and the 2 concrete bridges that you want for the school and the center ground. Am I right? If you look in the newspaper, you will see all of these projects out for tender. And then, of course, you have the Schoonard Old Road that some of you are asking to be done. Am I right? Well, I've asked the engineer to look at the Schoonard Old Road and to let us see how we can get this done in the program also. And then you have an issue of 2 Mile Road. Wait, here you got some big boy there blocking up the road and causing up the resident. Am I right? Where the commander? You hear what the people say? You got some man at 2 Mile Road blocking up the road. Am I right? Red Road? So it's 2 Mile and Red Road? So, Commander, them ladies, they look like they're in a war with me. So you better go check 2 Mile Road and Red Road and see who's blocking up the road and deal with the situation. That is your duty and responsibility. That does not depend on the president to come here and for the people to raise it with him. If we are riding through the community and looking through the community, you will see these problems. Fix it. Fix it. Fix the sore. Fix it before it turns. So, I've already told you, I hope a motorbike left already. Because they can't complain. They have all that is required now. I've also said that in all of these communities that are so large, that we have to put the containerized police outposts for community policing and our regular police to work in these communities. Yes, Auntie. Auntie, not carry your pressure up. You want cucumber? They have an outpost there. So, Commander, the outpost that they have there. All right, wait a man. I speaking for y'all now. The containerized outposts you have there. Why don't we have the police presence inside? What did we invest in it for? He said the police there during the day. You hear the people? All right. The auntie says she live right there. You hear, right? You're going to have that fixed to ensure that the police, we have 24-hour presence with the community policing and also with the support for transportation. We don't have to revisit this. And this is what we want. We have to hold every segment accountable, every segment of government accountable, because we are investing for you, for the people. And it's going to get easier for the police, because in every one of these containers, we're going to put a camera feed so they can sit and see the camera and see what's happening. That is the future we are building. That is what we're investing in. By the end of this year, you ain't got to run to KFC to the drive-thru. You will stay on your mobile phone in your bedroom and order KFC. Because we are developing, I shouldn't say KFC or any other chicken. Raw, that's going to say advertising KFC chicken. All the available chicken or local food or egg ball or anything, man. So the electronic payment platform you're developing is one in which you can sit at your home and do all your financial transactions. That is the future we are building. We are building a future that you will walk up to a kiosk and you will swipe your driver's license and you will have it renewed right there. You ain't got to go to town. You ain't got to go to anywhere. You don't have to see anybody who wake up on the wrong side and they vex with you so they take out their spite on you. I don't see them computers vex. You can tap them on the head. They can behave the same way. We are building a future through which you will sit at home, use your mobile, and you will make your clinic appointment. So you don't have to go and sit down 3 hours and waste time. You will know what time is your clinic appointment. And the first such project will be tested at the new Camerville Health Center that we are building. And then it will be rolled out across the country. That is the future we are building. An integrated future that would deliver even more for every Guyanese. And as I was talking to comrades, my eyes went over there and I got excited when I see that building. Now one may say, what excites me about a building that needs rehabilitation? But when I look at that building, I see enormous potential. So I immediately called the Minister of Education. And I said to her and the Minister of Health that I want us to rehabilitate this building. Where is Saddam? We're going to rehabilitate that building there. And we're going to make it an e-learning center. To do a few things. One, we're going to put the entire electronic learning system for CXC on a screen so that your children can do remedial education there. And we're going to go a step further whole. We're going to at least take children, young people, who want another shot at CXC. We're going to identify at least 4 subjects that will work on them to pass, to graduate, to go into the nursing program, so they will have a stipend in that program and a guaranteed job when they're finished. So in that building, we're going to do remedial education. We're going to put all the curriculum on. We're going to put some internet and computer for studying. But importantly, we're going to convert it. We want to identify 30 young women or young boy who would have dropped out of school, who would have left school, who want a second shot. We're going to train them for 1 year, have them. We're going to do a model here, Saddam. And they must agree that when we invest in them and have them pass those 4 subjects, that they will go on to the nursing program and that we will give them a stipend in that program and have them trained and educated and ready for the nursing field. We're going to start with 30 from the community, right there. These are the things that excite us. These are the things that energize us. When we talk about the future, and I said, this community here, you guys have such, Region 3. Region 3, my God, is going to be like a Category 5 hurricane of development. Not hurricane of disaster, hurricane of development. Many people think it's Category 5 already, but wait until you see what is going to be unleashed in this region. This is a region that will be connected through the Del Conte Road, to Partica, back to Timeri, up to Sand Hill, into the new road, on to Brazil. You have a 2-3 shore base. The MOF at Wales, no? The shore base that is being built at Versailles, and the one that is completed there at Vrina Hope. And they're not even completed yet, and all of them are thinking about expansion. The new fertilizer plant the industrial and manufacturing hub. Thousands of jobs will be created. The power plant, not the first power plant alone. We are already talking about the second power plant. The 4-lane road from Wales going all the way to Parika. All the bridges are already tendered and waiting award. Today, Housing has started a program in guaranteeing every single person who applied and have an acknowledgement letter up to December 2024, that is last year, that before the end of the year, you will get your house lot because we're investing in it. That is what we're talking about. That is the future we're talking about. This is not progress. This is beyond progress. That is why we have said this is transformational. Yes, partner, transformation. That's my echo wall at the back there. Boom, boom. I like it. You can carry on the message. Beautiful. But this is what PPP civic meeting looks like and song like. Happy people, laughing, happy, together. You ever look at some of them other meetings? Eh? Dandy. It's the same people. Well, first of all, as Tandai said, nobody don't show up to the meeting. And secondly, those who are speaking to the people always vex with themselves. And let me tell you something. The legend, Coffee is our inspiration. Coffee is who fought for freedom, and he's an inspiration. He is that strength and tower that led the revolution to freedom. And he is an iconic figure in the history of our country, and we must celebrate Coffee. We must always celebrate these legends. These legends. That is who these persons are. Don't compare anyone like those to our legends. Our legends are the shoulders and the foundation on which we stand. They are the shoulders and foundation on which we stand. They're the legends of unity. They're the legends of togetherness. They're the legends of freedom. Let us take that legendary action forward in unity, in love, in freedom, in togetherness. That is what we should do. My dear friends, as I speak to you, I don't need to remind you who restored the Because We Care grant so that today your children get $55,000 for every child. Who took off the taxes on cell phone and data? Let me hear you. Who removed the more than 200 taxes that the APNU AFC put on the backs of the Guyanese people? Who removed the VAT on electricity, water, food, and medical supplies? Who reintroduced the electricity and water subsidy for more than 50,000 pensioners? The PPP. Let me hear you. The PPP. Taxes. We are not about putting burden on people. We are about removing burden from the lives of people. We are not about bringing hardship upon people. We are about removing hardship from the lives of people. The new hospital that you will have, the new treatment plant. You know, when you come on, every single visitor that comes to Region 3 now, when they go back over they first comment, that place is bursting with opportunities. Soon, there is no difference between Georgetown and Region 3. When we complete the waterfront development and all these port facilities go up, and we finish the Wales economic zone, the development zone, and all the highways go up, there will be absolutely no distinction between what is happening over on Georgetown Region 4 and all over here in Region 3. It is a mind-blowing time to live in this region. I would be very, very disappointed if the people of this region, given what you know, given what you have seen, and understanding what is ahead of us, don't invest in their future. Don't invest in this vision. Don't compensate the hard work that has already been done. Don't put aside the selfishness. I'll be very disappointed if they don't ensure that the PPP Civic have maximum support in these elections here in this region. I have a further request. You know, I am from this region. I am a proud Region 3 man. And I want to rely on my Region 3 family to do something for me. I want my Region 3 family, all of Guyana is my family, but I want this Region 3 population to lead the unity transformation. I want us to lead Project Unity. I want us to demonstrate that we are going to put our trust and confidence in the leadership of this government and in the People's Progressive Party Civic, and give us that opportunity in an overwhelming way. Let us break every barrier. Let us remove every stereotype. Let us make a bold step forward. Let us put the greatest investment in Guyana from Region 3. Let us make the greatest investment in Guyana from Region 3. And that investment is investment unity. Investment unity. Let us unite and demonstrate that we are ready in this region to make that investment together in our future. Let me hear you say, unite, 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 unite. Now I want you to say it with the energy of Region 3. On the count of 3, I want to hear you. 1, 2, 3. One more time. This time we will do it together, and we are not going to stop at unite. I want you to say unite, unite, unite. What are we going to do? Unite, unite, unite. That's it. Together it's beautiful. Together it is like music. Together is the future. Together is tomorrow. Forward together for a better tomorrow. I thank all of you, and God bless you.